It's Bob Kay at the Minneapolis Progressive International Motorcycle Show, and I have Ernie with me, who's a contestant in the JMP Ultimate Builder Custom Bike Show. I gotta tell you, this is probably the nicest Indian I've ever seen. New, old, restoration, race bike, whatever. It is just gorgeous. The attention to detail is beyond what I've ever seen before. Ernie is actually part of the Antique Motorcycle Club. He saw we were doing the show here, asked about the retro class, and I am honored and privileged, Ernie, to have your bike in our show.
Appreciate it.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what you got here? Was this the way you got it? What have you done? Just tell us a few things about the bike. Feel free to walk around and point out anything special.
Well, the bike is a 1940 440 Indian inline four-cylinder. And when I got it, actually, it was an interesting thing. I got it on eBay by playing around with the reserve, and I hit the button, and I ended up owning it. So when I got it, the bike had to have a complete rebuild of the engine.
Right.
The transmission wasn't working right in this process, so I had to tear it all the way down, put new babbits in it, go ahead through, redo the crankshaft and everything.
So the whole bottom end and everything?
The whole bottom end
Wow.
rebuilt.
Wow,
Had to put on new air filter covers. Got a seat made for this, customized based out of using an original Indian seat pan. Had Heather's Leather make me a seat cover for this. This Chummy seat was something I found out doing some search. There was a regular seat on this, put that on this process. Had to touch up the paint job. The person who owned it before was a police officer, and so in New Jersey he had it, stored it away, brought it back out. He and his wife used to ride this all the time. He passed away, unfortunately, and she was looking for someone to buy it, and she was selecting people. I ran into her son in Sturgis and talked to him, did not know about the bike at the time. When I went to buy the bike, before she got to know, when she got to know me, she said, right, I can own it, because she thought I'd be the person who would carry the heritage forward. So she's been touched up a little bit. She's pretty much, I would say 90% original, but it's been rebuilt, parts pulled back in.
Well, I can see like you got the seats matching. You know, I've done enough riding on the bloody seat like this.
Right.
Rider ends up here, passenger ends up here.
Absolutely.
It's pretty tight. So
really
this
tight.
Is very nice.
So this is, yes.
And I've seen this on a lot of the older bikes from the 30s and 40s.
Correct.
The double seat.
Correct.
So is that something like the mounted pieces of Indian stuff, or is that
this is I had to self-fabricate.
Yeah.
This is all customized fabrication,
Very
pulled together, and it fits in well. I put it on top of the luggage rack. And I've added in some, actually you can't see them, but the foot pegs here. And I've added in,
right,
so
right.
you don't realize that these foot pegs are a part of that process.
Well, real important, you know, again, you know, sharing the original way with sharing foot pegs and things off, it gets a little funny like that.
Yes.
So this is probably an actually nice bike to ride to.
She's a lovely bike to ride. She corners like you would not believe. She corners like a sports bike. There are 18-inch wheels on this bike. And so all the bike had to be pretty much rebuilt, pull back in, retune. It took a while. I had somebody do some work on it, kind of got it sort of messed up, came back, rebuilt it, and so she's working like a charm.
Yeah, I've been on that road myself.
Yes.
Too. So what about the paint? A little touch up? Did it have to be buffed out?
What happened was the tanks had to be completely redone.
Yeah,
the fenders had to be buffed out and everything, but the tanks had to be redone completely.
Man, Ernie, all I can say is thank you for entering the bike in our show. I've already seen crowds of people around it. It's really something special. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Have a good
Bob.
day.